Dustin? Hey guys, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys in my house? This is the studio? Did I sleep here again? Sorry guys. You know, I gotta stop doing that. The last thing I remembered was we were downtown, we did a couple of shots, and I spilt that beer, and then yeah, I guess I just wandered in here. This is pretty far from downtown, isn't it? Whose robe is this? Yeah. What time is it? 10 o'clock. You guys want to do a show? I could get ready in a couple of seconds. All right. Let's do that. I thought my house looked weird. I haven't put that studio in my house yet. I thought, there is a couple rooms in my house I haven't been in yet. All right, and they are working on them, so that does make sense. You know what? You know what it was? It was that little free riding thing that around town. That thing that's like this big, that little bus. I got into that. And I think you just dropped me off. I thought that was a bed I slept on. Well, that's weird. All right, yeah, let's do a show. Give me like 5 seconds. Welcome to the Greg Simoneau Show. Host, Greg Simoneau. How's it going? Plymouth, the Plymouthverse. The Plymouth Eberty is here. Greg Simoneau, how are you? Oh, doing good. I'd like to thank all the staff for having me again. Good to be back here on Friday nights. And, last week there was a little confusion. Photography Now ran in my spot. Did you know that, Dustin? Yeah. So I've been here for a while. I've done 40,000 episodes on PAC TV, and Photography Now, he's done 1,000+ episodes. So I'm like here, and he's like here, okay? So, but it does happen once in a while. Some confusion in the scheduling. His name is Greg Simoneau, which, I hate to, push my weight around because I'm Greg Simoneau, but I have 40K episode club. You know what I mean? He's in the 1,000. So I'd hate to be the one to say, hey, bro, change your name. You know what I mean? And he's so weird. You're taking my time spot, but also he mispronounces words all the time. And I think after 1,000 episodes, he's just so jaded on the whole process. Me, on the other hand, I'd like to thank everyone that's here. I'd like to thank Dustin, Dave, Mike, Chris, Dave again, Max, Carol, Donna, Melissa, and, Dan, Gordon, Riki, all those guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for helping me put on my show. Not like Photography Now. He doesn't know what's going on. So that's just one of the things. I got some notes here, Yeah, I did that. Okay. Another question I had for myself is, do I have enough material for a whole show today? No. So that's good. No. All right? No. That's how I wanted to do that. Okay. And another thing is, a couple of people I'm fans of, you know what I mean? Sinead O'Connor and Paul Rubens both died since our last episode. And it's kind of a bummer to start a show on that, but if we could roll that footage, Dustin, of me ripping up that Edgar Allan Poe pic from that Halloween episode that time, Sinead O'Connor style. Yeah. All right, well, we'll do it in post. It was basically like this, Shh. It's the same thing, And I asked my friend at work, I said, it's only been not too long since Sinead O'Connor died. She died on July 26th. you know, how long's it been? And I said, it's been several hours and 15 days. So it's a little Sinead O'Connor humor, you know. Sad, tough life lived. So, also Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman. I don't have a good story about him or anything. I did see him at the Boston Fan Fest a couple years ago, and his line, there was nobody there seeing him, right? He was over there just sitting there, little old Paul Rubens, and they're like, no pictures. And like, you could be like this far away and just be like, this is my wallet. But you get it. You could be like, take a picture of old Paul Rubens from far away. Who would want that, you know? And I was there to see Carrie Elways anyway, so I didn't buy tickets to Paul Rubens, and now he's dead. So now I'm like, did I miss out? But anyways, his show, the Pee Wee Herman Show, you know, it's a great inspiration for my show. My show is a little crazy. I don't have like a chair that talks or anything like that. But it's a big inspiration for me growing up. I always caught it, and sorry to hear that Paul Rubens passed. And the thing with me, I know, like, the home viewers at home might say, you know, I really love Pee Wee Herman, the Pee Wee Herman Show. And for me, it was kind of weird because I would stay over my grandparents' house, and they had HBO, and I just watched, you know, free reign of HBO late night anytime. So I saw Paul Rubens act before he got the Pee Wee Herman Show, and it was like a little more scandalous. So then I thought the Pee Wee Herman Show didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, I was kind of like, well, Paul Rubens is a, you know, hate to talk ill of the dead, but he's kind of like, he was like a, you know, kind of pervy in his comedy, you know what I mean? Maybe not pervy is not the right word. I think pervy's a great word, but it's just been ruined over the years, you know? So Paul Rubens had his scandalous comedy, then he tamed it down, and he got the Pee Wee Herman Show, and that's where, you know, he made his fortune. And then, unfortunately, something else happened later on where, you know, that was kind of pervy too, I guess. So, but Paul Rubens, yeah. So we have a good show for you tonight. Thanks for being here, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Yes, R2, we're not headed to the Dagobah system, no. We're going to Jabba the Hutt's celebration of life. Yes, it's me, Count Dookie. I am the master of ceremonies, that's right. Oh, on the old Navy computer, child's tops are 2 for 10. We're almost there, yes. Great, don't need that anymore. Yes, it's just down the street here. I don't know where in the timeline we are. I don't know. Yes. There should be stuff to eat. They love a good pickled frog, if I know anything about that. You know what? I don't think Pizza the Hut will be there. You make me laugh. Spaceballs. If I was gonna, yeah, I agree with you. Pizza the Hut was the most disgusting of all the huts. That's right. Double the cheese, twice the crust. All right, I think you just turn over here. Yes, I think I see it. Yes, hello. It's Count Dookie coming in for landing. Yeah, I need a good seat. All right, the seat is down and we are ready. Let's land this thing. I've been looking forward to this. Oh, I'm just going to put it on cruise control for a second. I missed the landing spot. As always happens. Oh. Count Dookie, do I have clearance to land? I got to land this thing. Go ahead. Let these other people around me go around me. Looks like a busy place. Jabba had a lot of friends, that's for sure. All right. Let's just cruise around here for a second. Yeah, we are going to run out of fuel pretty soon. Don't worry. My brother installed those big parachute things on the back. I don't know what they do. It might help us land. All right, let's bring this baby in. Oh. So that was weird. I don't know what happened there for a couple minutes, but we're back. All right, so here's a little comedy bit I wrote maybe, I don't know, like 20 years ago on a like a Brother word processor. It's like typed out, and I just happened to find it with a bunch of old stuff. The old stuff might have been more interesting than this comedy bit, but let's see what I can do with it. This top page here looks like it was just a like a set list, but I don't know what goes along with that. But let's just read it. This is how it is, and I'll try to give it a little flair. 50 cents. How great is it to have? Things you can buy. 50 cents plus 50 cents. Small, workable fun. Works on everything, everywhere. When people ask how much that was, tell them it was 50 cents. Plus 50 cents. Plus 50 cents. Plus 50 cents. Plus 50 cents. It's a great way to get out of paying. Just tell everyone in close proximity, I only have 50 cents. Then mumble the next increment of 50 cents a little softer, plus 50 cents. The next one is even softer, plus 50 cents. You might have $50 on you, but by the time you keep mumbling 50 cents 100 times, people usually will step in and pay, noting to themselves, I can't believe I have to cover for your broke ass again. People usually don't like 50 cents. They associate not having any money to 50 cents. If you have under $1, you basically have no money. Some people will even go as far as to say they'd rather have no money than to just have 50 cents plus 50 cents. If you have 50 cents plus 50 cents, you have $1. It just doesn't look like you have $1. Especially if you have 50 cents in one hand and a quarter behind each ear. 50 cents is small, workable fun. Have you ever had more fun with any other increment of money? Okay, maybe once you got someone to, it just says ... I don't know. You didn't have to work that hard to get 50 cents. I licked a stamp and my boss paid me 50 cents. In that equation, factoring the normal amount of time associated with licking a stamp, I would be making $503.50 an hour. So I guess I would lick stamps like this. I don't actually have time to finish this joke. If you make it out of a store with 50 cents, it's like your 50 cents died and went to heaven. I'm only talking about the last chance commerce dance just outside the store. The little tiny works of art that should have disappeared with the 1950s. Of course, the 1950s never made it so easy to spend an amount so grand as 50 cents. Here, though, one item is 50 cents. Yeah, and that was the 50-cent bit from 20 years ago. It's needs a little punching up, maybe. I think what they're talking about there at the end was those, machines now that you put the 50 cents. Those are almost gone, and the debit card negates most of this, but it was 20 years ago. Thanks for watching tonight. I'd like to say hi to my mom and dad out there. How you doing? Yay! You made it this far without falling asleep or changing the channel. Congrats. I'd like to say hello to everyone down at the Senior Center on the closed circuit television of PAC TV, Verizon 43, and Comcast 13. This has been Greg Simoneau. Thank you and good night. Hello, and welcome to the Redo Company. So, you might be asking, what is Redo? Well, we offer you a redo on your life. So basically, We're a bunch of celestial beings playing an alien Sims game with your life, and now you have a chance to redo your life if you want. I'll try to explain this in terms you can understand. I am taking this form because you happen to be watching public access television. You could be doing worse. This is not Greg Simoneau talking to you. Let's just call me Pete. And I'm coming through the matrix to you to offer you this chance to redo your life, everything you've done up until now. And if you're seeing this message, it's probably because maybe you think your life hasn't turned out the way you wanted to. Maybe you wish you could have done stuff differently. And that's what we're hoping. Some say that maybe I'm the devil offering you an offer like this. The devil's a little strong. I might not even be the alien interested in your life. But to take advantage of this deal, we will take you where you are, your lot in life right now, which you may think might not be worth that much. Your connections to family and friends, all of that will be gone, and any property you have accumulated will go to the alien who will take over your life from this point on, which is very valuable to a couple of our players. And you will go back to when you were 15, and you will be able to take all the knowledge you acquired until now with you. So that would give you an advantage over everyone on that game board, in that reality. Now, you might have some questions like, when I was 15, you maybe have already had some physical handicaps, but we will return you to 15 with approximately the same physical attributes. And any talents or knowledge you have acquired since you were 15, you get to keep. But don't go back and try to buy a bunch of Apple computer stock, because that'll all be random. It won't be the same in this new reality we put you in. Also, we don't want you to go back and say, the aliens offered me this new game. The aliens offered me a redo on my life, because in the new reality we put you in, we've rigged it so that is frowned upon. People will think of you as a crazy person, maybe even lock you up. This offer is good for 24 hours, and so about a day. And if you accept, it'll take place within another day, another 24 hours, not to be exact. You might think this offer is weird, and you might want to change the channel. That's fine. We could take over the other channel at any point too. I might give you the same offer maybe in a Guy Fieri form. I only laugh because Guy Fieri is an alien. He will give you the same offers, but we're coming to you first. The offer is enticing, and if you don't decide to take it, you can go on living your life with maybe another regret added on to the ones you already have. So think it over. It's not set in stone yet, and you could go back to when you were 15, and don't go back there thinking, oh, you'll use these talents to go into sports and dominate a certain sport now that you have 20 or 30 years knowledge of. We already did that with Michael Jordan. And we're actually kind of bored of that. Sports, everything an underdog story. So try to choose something more interesting for us. Also, I should warn you, when you go back, you will have comparable parents and loved ones and comparable acquaintances, but maybe the girlfriend or the boyfriend, the husband or wife that you have now, maybe they might not be interested in you. So you might want to take that into consideration. Also, that will be one of the downfalls. Also, when you go back and you see loved ones who have already passed on, you might feel like you have very little time with them, but their fates in the new game will not be the same as their fates in this reality. So your grandfather might not have died at 70, he might live to 100. It's about as random as the lottery. Don't try to think of memorizing lottery numbers from this reality and then using those to win millions in this other reality, because that is also random. You will be giving up also your sports championships that you hold on to so dearly. The winners of those in that reality will be different from this reality. So don't think of taking back a sports a sports digest or something and try to place bets like it's some sort of Back to the Future kind of game, because it's none of that. And maybe your fate has already been decided, but that's up to us, really. This offer expires in 24 hours, and I've been Pete, and we'll send you back to what you were watching before, the Greg Simoneau show. Good luck with that. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Count Dookie, here for the celebration of life for Jabba the Hutt. Thank you for joining me today. I am Count Dookie. I am the lost brother of Count Dooku. He did kill all his siblings, but you can read about that on your own time. I'm not force sensitive, but I have been working on my force abilities. Here, indulge me for a second. I've gotten better. You might remember I have a secret weapon in case anybody gets out of line. Force bubbles. I don't usually go for the green one, but when Count Dookie pulls out the force bubbles, Sith's brand, I fill them with my halitosis breath in each bubble. And when the bubble pops on you, you'll get a taste of my disgusting breath. I've been looking forward to that. But enough about me. We are gathered here today in celebration of a life well lived, that of Jabba the Hutt. We didn't have any good pictures of him, and the Jawas found these toys somewhere, so that's what we have for him. I would have had a picture made up, but I love this one of my brother too much. This is him right before he died. And this is him, actually, mere seconds after he got beheaded. I love that one for my other siblings. Not much is known about his death, except that Jabba's sail barge experienced some engine failure and exploded over the Great Sarlacc at the pit of Carkoon. There were some droid tracks in the sand, but no other traces of foul play. His family has asked me to scatter some of his ashes in Docking Bay 94. It's where he did some of his best work. They also asked me to have his favorite decoration here so that visitors could see that he finally caught Han Solo and froze him in carbonite. We were unable to recover the Han Solo relic. And that is a little bit mysterious. They tell me we searched the palace up and down, and all we could find was a gift shop one. So that is very curious. Jabba had been doing pretty well until recently. The family lost its pet Rancor. Somebody accidentally hit the spiky door button and crushed it. We found traces of that. The family also requested that Jabba's new R2 unit be present to serve drinks. This R2 unit has also gone missing. It was a feisty one, if anyone has seen it. I actually met Jabba once. I found him very wise and accommodating. He did call me a weak-minded fool. But it's just a fond memory now. Please excuse me, I got my arm caught on the hatch when it came down. I don't know the correct word for space hatch, but kind of caught me here on my way in. Luckily, the medic droid was able to fix me up. Actually, it's feeling much better now. Wait, was it the force bubbles? Oh my God, look. Force healed. Wow. You can't learn that from a Jedi. Kudos to whoever brought the drinks. I'm getting pretty parched up here. Where was I? Yes, Jabba the Hutt. I always pictured him as a large human man, possibly Scottish. I don't know, maybe named Declan Mulholland. I was mistaken. Jabba was more of a giant, gentle creature, possibly puppeteered by like maybe 6 humans. Would be maybe, if you were to... Oh, yes. Jabba the Hutt is survived by his son, Rhoda. Rhoda refused to come today because apparently my brother, Count Dooku, had him kidnapped when he was a young Hutt. Rhoda only briefly appeared in the Clone Wars Season 3 episode Sphere of Influence since then. But the post-original trilogy era presents numerous opportunities for Jabba's son to return to the Star Wars franchise. And live from New York, it's Saturday night. Please stick around. Zero the Hutt will do a reading from the Book of Boba before Cy Snoodles murders him. And thank you for coming. Don't forget we have gift bags in the lobby for everyone, filled with some of Jabba's favorite things. Pickled frogs and such, I imagine. And my bubbles will be available in the gift shop as well.